So here we go. My nails all ready and prepped with some oil, and then I wash them and everything. So if you can see, I'm going to paint them with this white. This cool white that I have. And what I have, it's the white that came with that other thing I talked about in my last 5-minute Manny. That it's like an LA color 2 thing, like flapper, like flash pop, whatever it's called, and it came with this color. And now I'm using this for this really awesome nail, but of course there's gonna be some sparkles. So let's get to it. I'm bending my ball the finger. Yeah, kind of looks like I'm putting white out on my nails, doesn't it? Kind of does, doesn't it? White usually looks like that, at least to me. Yes, you see right. A really short nail. But if you know me, I don't make my nails all that similar. Like sometimes if one's way too short, I'm not going to make it exactly like that. Why would I want it this short? But I have one that short, so I'll have to tell you this. My nails are really strong. On my right hand, more than this one, because this one I don't use as much like my right hand. So, of course, I don't break as often. So, of course, when you've seen this, my nails used to be a lot longer. Way more than my left hand, my right hand, if I ever show you that. Sorry. That way. So, I'm just putting a nice coat on of this thing. I would recommend, because the way white is, more than lots of other colors, is to put on like 2 coats or so, because it leaves streaks in it. Even if it's nice and smooth, like this is really nice and smooth on the nail, pretty much. Maybe you have better nail polish, like this is strange white nail polish, but it's what I have, and I saw this awesome thing that I really wanted to show you guys. So, a lot of it, I have to tell you that I go to Instagram's like my baby. I go there all the time, and I see people posting cool stuff, and I always look at other people doing nails, and it gives me all the ideas that I do. Just like my last one, like maybe, I don't know, all the ones I've done, the nice 5-minute Manny one, that blue one, or the other one that with some nice fruit on it. That was awesome. I did a really long nail, which was really awesome to do with that. So I'm kind of glad they did it with that instead of it being short, because I saw my nail when I had to cut it shorter, when it came out, when it chipped and stuff. I was like, ugh, it doesn't look as good. This one looks really good short, so that's a plus. Oh, I guess I'll show you my thumb as those dry. Yes, if you haven't seen my video about my nails, about my little funeral or whatever you want, like I know it's sad, right? My thumb just like went. Well, it didn't make that noise, but kind of like shattered glass. It broke. It was just time to go. It was pretty long, so I wasn't surprised. I was surprised it stayed as long as it did, because the thumb that long doesn't usually last as long as like my 2 middle fingers. Like my middle finger and my ring finger are the ones that last the longest, really long. So yeah, there we go. Letting it dry some. Oh, ready to put another coat on. So, as you can see, no. It'd be one thing if I was putting it on underneath and then dabbing a color on top of it. Like gonna be a 2-tone color or something with the little makeup sponge. I'm not. I'm actually gonna be showing a lot of this white. It's a little hard to get on. Maybe because I'm not as skilled as some people, but it's something to do with this nail. So I'm gonna do all my nails. Yes. I skip my middle finger. You will see why in not too long of time. So it's almost. I was kind of bad there. I feel like I might go my cuticle. I don't want that. Because you can tell, if you didn't notice, it looked like there was a little too much on the brush. So here we go. That's one thing about LA Color. It's really cheap nail polish. Like, really, like, wow. And it's actually, I've noticed it's actually pretty good, but you have to usually put, like, 2 or 3 coats on. This is white, so white is usually thicker and stuff. But what I have noticed with this, it actually looks kind of cool, all short with white. I know, right? but it needs more than that. I don't want my nails to look like they have cream cheese on them, even though maybe some people like that. So there, yep. So yeah, even though LA Color is really cheap and it's like amazing cheap, I always have to put a few more coats on. But I'm amazed how it like stays on your nails for really well. Like I just had to take my last mani off, but one of them like chipped on the side. Most of it's using my pointer finger, my right hand, because I use this hand more. Because I write with it and everything, you know. It's my predominant hand, so it chipped before the other ones. But none of them really chipped. More likely they actually were cracking because of like the water or whatever. You can use cold water to help dry non-gel nail polishes, ones that don't need a light, to help it a little faster. I have noticed, but it doesn't like 100% help, because of course that, which is amazing. So get this good. So as the ones with my two two coats need have a little more time to dry, I'm going to do my accent finger, which is going to be the one I usually use this one or this one. And you notice most people always use a lot of time this one, and I do too. So if you see a lot of my videos or pictures on Instagram, this one's my accent finger. I almost always have an accent finger. I don't know why. I don't always, but I've been doing it lately. So now you'll know why I have this finger is only one coat and it looks kind of bad. But maybe I should show you first. I'm going to use this color by Ulta. This is a really cool, I love going to this makeup place because you can they have always a section for really cheap nail polish. Usually nail polish is maybe $10, might be, or if it's $5, it's maybe less. $2 to $3, and even less is even better. Those are the prices I like to pay for nail polish. Sometimes $5, but no, for me at least. I know I'm a cheapie. But then that makes me look for nail polishes that are really cheap, and then maybe because I go there and you never know what's going to be there, I get colors I'd never get. As if you've seen in my other videos, that's why I have some colors I've used and have, but it's awesome that I can find a gold. So this is why I only have it with one coat, and then I'm putting a coat of this on it. I don't really want any of this white to show, because it doesn't look that good showing what I'm doing. So it will look, and no. These other nails are not finished either. They might look finished, but no, they're not. So there we go. I got that on there. Looking pretty cool this way. It still looks unfinished, right? Like this looks like a blank canvas. This one could be done. Like this looks like it could be done. But for me, like the way white looks, it's a blank canvas. So I'm like closing up the nail polish as this dries some more. That is good, but I'm going to do this. You've seen this. This here, you can't really see the name of it. It's another LA Color nail polish that I got for really cheap. I got it actually at the dollar store, believe it. But they usually cost more if you don't get it at the dollar store. But sometimes it can be better than ones that are in the dollar store. But this one is very, very, very nude. Like it just gives a slight sparkle, so it hits the sun. So I thought I'd add it to the white ones and give it a little something more. You can barely tell it's there. It's not like most sparkles. You can actually really, really see it. This just gives it like something when it hits the light just right. Like I can see it with all these like pinks and kind of like colors in it. It's very purpley, like red tones and stuff. So, and like this white base, kind of really like kind of clear white that looks white in the bottle you saw. So probably on black, like most sparkles, it would really, really show. It'd probably be like the one that would show a lot, but then be very minimal. Like it actually might be a nice one for black. I probably should try that at some point. But you know me, I like my brighter ones more. I like very elegant and bright. But there's a lot more colors, like even dark colors. I like them more as French than my whole nail. So I sometimes do my whole nail with a dark color, but not usually. I've noticed for me, I like them better as French. But usually I want to do French with longer nails. So I'm not going to be doing probably French for a while. Maybe there's maybe a time when I feel like doing a really short French, which can look kind of nice, but I like it really extreme French. So I don't know if you can see the sparkle in there. Let me see if I can show it to you. I'm trying to show you the effect that it's giving me when I look down at it, but maybe it's because my camera doesn't want to show it very well. And I don't have the best zoom right now. So hopefully we'll probably be getting a better zoom. So I can actually really zoom in for you guys. I'm sorry, but it almost looks like I didn't put sparkles. But I can see it really well in this. So it's like, I feel kind of bad that you can't see it because it gives it a little something. So just take my word for it. You saw me painting it on it, so I put something. Maybe in the right exact light I can show you it, but it is a very nude sparkle. Like very unlike the you know the gold sparkles that I've been using. Those are very minimal, but you can see the little flecks and stuff. It's very minimal but flexy, so you can actually see it. This you can't see. So yep, there we go. I'll let these dry and then I will get to the next phase. So as my nails have now dried for like a minute or so, and I have a fan on in here, so it's actually helping them dry a little bit faster. So let's go to a phase of getting these nails ready to do more. Because of course I'm gonna go crazy. Unlike that last one, I didn't do that crazy. I still did sparkles though. So as I said, the white ones are not finished. Not even this one is finished. You'll see. So as I am going to just do the tip. So yeah, I'm doing like these French but not French tips. So I guess I'm doing French tips and stuff. And no, this is actually not finished just when I do this. There's more to it. So this can take kind of a long time to do this mani. It's pretty fast doing mani and stuff. You can do a few little things to make it go a little faster, like the drying process. It just kind of depends on what nail polish you have and stuff, because all gels don't take very long. 1 minute to 60 seconds, depending on what kind of light you're using. 60 seconds is for the LED light. UV is longer, like a minute or more, depending on what it is and stuff. Sometimes it's 30 seconds. I guess 60 seconds is a minute. Doy me. I like 30 seconds for a lot of things, especially if you're doing this flash cure. I'm only telling you this because this is just things I've seen from videos I watch. So that's why I know these things. I don't do them myself, but I watch a lady that does them. Nail Education, I think is what it's called. She's like, and all that. So I'm going to do all of them gold tips. You might be guessing, if I've told you this is not the end, you might be guessing what I might be doing, what I said early in the video. So I'm just going to not say anything until I do it and show you. So I've already showed you this color, so I'm using the same colors I used in my accent finger, which you probably already know, because it's not like a totally different kind of gold. It's the same kind, so of course it would be the same. It's just a little harder to get to the sides because I can't see it that well in this direction and stuff. But there you go. They're all nice and painted, ready to do the next phase. This one, I know if you can see that, to me it's not like extremely flat. But it's a lot to do with the white I'm using. That's okay. It actually came out pretty nice. I just have to let this dry more, I think, because I'm going to be doing something even more, like make it really awesome. So you'll see that. Pretty nice and dry. I just used some water to help it a little bit, which actually helped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a makeup sponge. This one's, so you can see. Well, I'm going to use it with, guess what? You probably can guess now that you've seen the makeup sponge, what's on it. What I'm going to do. So here we go. I'm going to do at least my accent finger. I'm going to just do what I said I'd do for my accent finger. Well, I haven't said what I'm going to do, but so as you might know from things, as I've been told, using a makeup sponge or something like a sponge like this takes up the clear nail polish and makes out the sparkles, so you have more in next to each other, like in a big clump. Because you know how the sparkle, you can just put it on and it covers it all. It kind of like leaves a lot of empty spaces where you can see the color underneath. So if you want a really good thing, even for sparkle like this, it would work. But not for that other one. Not for the one that I used before. So as I'm going to do the makeup like dabbing thing, dab. Of course, it's gonna have some clear nail polish still, but I wanted to cover it up with the sparkle, the golden gold, so it even gives it more to it. The only thing this time is I did do my right hand, and maybe because it absorbed more of I put more of the sparkles on it, so I'm gonna have to do that again after it dries a little bit more to put another layer, because it didn't absorb At least if I put another layer, because if you see, now I'll show you this one. This one, yeah, if you can tell, it's more crazy with the sparkles. So that one must have, this one, because I only did like one like swoop like I did here, but it absorbed more of the clear nail polish that it's in to get more of the sparkle on the surface. So could be because this is getting empty and using it more than once. So, but my other, we can just check these. Probably shouldn't. So I will just use this little corner here that you saw that we had nothing on it and try it that way. Put a little bit on top, the corner, to kind of get more sparkles, because that's like too little. I want it to be mainly sparkles. It's still kind of hard with this than majority of others, but so I will use this corner here and go. Sometimes you have to do it like twice, depending on what sparkles you're using. Do it a few times. Just like when you're doing a gradient, you know, gradients. You do it once and the gradient is very thin and you can kind of see your nail through, or the white through that you have as the base. Because white really helps. It's really good to put a white base for the... Don't put black, that would be silly. Because I have done black and then put a color on top. Lots of times the color looks so much, gets darker. Like a kind of lightish purple on top of black looks really darker than if you put it on white. Because white brings out more of the brightness than making it darker. So as I can see, that actually looks a lot better. So I'll let that dry. And of course I'll get some of my cuticle. I might be able to just do this and take it off. Or at least I'm going to clean that off. So whenever you do a dabbing thing, it's very hard not to touch the skin. In my experience, and most people I've seen. So everyone that I've seen do it, and they do it like the better, whatever you call it, like peeling thing on around your skin. So it just like peels right off. I forget what they call it, but yeah, that stuff. I don't need the gold anymore. Well, I'm going to use the other gold. If you haven't guessed already, when you saw my right hand, so I will do that. I forget what they're called. Nail sticker thingies, like, and then you have a design, you put paint over it. You really want to make sure the color underneath is really, really dry. For this, it doesn't always matter, or maybe just too impatient. Like, I'm too impatient to wait, so. It's right there in the corner. I applied it like dabbed onto it kind of in that section. That's good. Now, the other one, woo! Who doesn't want to see me do this more than once? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You can skip it or just stop the video now. Whichever works whatever floats your boat. I know sometimes someone shows it more than once and I'm like, oh, I'll watch it, you know, just because, why not? So I will get it, and maybe I'll use more of the top part here. This little corner is absorbing it, looks like pretty well, but I'm not getting much to work with, so it gets used up pretty fast. I'm finished, and I'm going to use this top coat, Pure Ice, made in the US. Really, really cheap. At like $1, maybe a tiny more. Whatever. So, here we go. Adding a little top coat to give it a nice more shine and to hold it in. What do you call it? Fast drying top coats. So, now let's do my accent finger because I skipped that one. And there we go. And there is a nice sparkly, almost like, I guess, Egyptian looking kind of nails. And maybe I add Egyptian like stamping or something, but nah, I'm just gonna leave it like this. So, or like that. So this is very, so here is some sparkly, a short mani, sparkly, Egyptian looking. Thank you for watching. See you next time. The Sparkle Nation. Sparkle, sparkle. Bam.